Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to sit down and do a get ready with me using a whole bunch of my favorite products. I don't necessarily want to say that these are my holy grails because when I think of holy grail, I think of products that I have just repurchased over and over and over again that I just am head over heels in love with. And it's not that I don't love all of these products that I'm about to use for you guys. It's just that I haven't repurchase them over and over because with makeup, I'm just constantly trying new products. So there's very few that I've actually used up completely and repurchased many times, if that makes any sense. So these aren't necessarily my holy grails, but they're products that are my favorites that I love to use, I love to reach for. Every time I reach for them, I am not disappointed and I love how my look turns out, which coincidentally, I love how this look turned out today as well. I think it just looks really, really pretty and all these tones just kind of floats together and work together very nicely, which I was very pumped for. It's always a good day when your makeup turns out well. Don't forget that I upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday for you guys. And yeah, if you are excited and you want to see how I got this look and what favorite products I used to get it, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get started with our eyes, I want to address the humongous red mountain on my face. This just popped up. I think it's masked me, I'm not sure, but it popped up and I tried to pop it last night. And this is what happened. It did not pop and now it's huge and red. Don't pick your zits. I know you're not supposed to, but I do it anyways, and this is the result. So we're gonna cover it up in a few minutes with foundation and concealer, hopefully, but yeah, ignore that please, or try to, because it's kind of hard to. But anyways, we're gonna start off with our eyes, and the favorite eyeshadow palette that I chose is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina palette. I love this palette. I really don't know if it's available anymore, and if it's not, sorry I keep using it and talking about it, but I love it. I love it. So we're gonna use this today. Hopefully if you loved it too, you were able to get your hands on it before it wasn't available anymore. And I actually don't know if it's not. It might still be in certain places, but I have it, so I haven't really researched it, if that makes sense. But I think we're gonna start off with Ginger down here in the corner, put that into our crease. All right, now that we got Ginger all blended out, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Sponsored all over my lid, and we're gonna end up adding Credit, this dark brown, probably into my crease, and I think I wanna add it like along the lash line and stuff, but I don't know, I wanna get the glitter down first, and then I can figure out where I wanna put that brown shade after that. This Sponsored shade is so beautiful. It's like a duochrome green and brown. Oh, it is stunning. It's one of my favorite shades in this palette. All right, now that we have Sponsored all over my lids, I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and add Credit into the crease, and then we'll go from there. I don't really have this look super planned out. I'm just kind of going with the flow, but the crease just needed a little bit of a darker color to define it a little bit more. Then we're gonna go back with Ginger. I'm trying to decide if I wanna leave the eyes here or add more Credit other places. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. We can always come back to it. So for primer, I'm gonna end up using my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid primer. I love this primer. You guys know that though. You've seen me use it so many times. And then for foundation and concealer, we're gonna end up using both of my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hues. I feel like I've talked about this concealer a million times and how much I love it on my channel, but I don't think I've given my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation as much love as it deserves because I really love this too. I am in the shade 105 Fair. We're just gonna pump a couple pumps out onto the back of my hand. Dot it on like I normally do. I really like this foundation. It's really full coverage. And it's on the more matte side, but it's not where it's like drying and cakey on my skin. And it ends up wearing really, really nicely for quite a bit of time. I've recommended this to a lot of people on my Instagram page, and I feel like most of them seem to really enjoy it as well. It's a good one. So as you can see, it just kind of evens out all of my skin tone, gives me really great coverage. You can tell it's got a little bit of sheen still to it. Now we're going in with the concealer. I am in the shade 03 Fair in this. This is a really great full coverage concealer. Again, not really drying. and it wears really, really well on me. I feel like I'm getting towards the end of it though, so I'm definitely gonna need to repurchase it when it's gone because that's how much I love it. Like, look at it covering this zit. What's it? I mean, obviously you can still see it because it's like protruding from my skin, but for the most part, it covered it right up. Got my concealer all blended out, and as you can see with one layer, it just completely covers up any bags that I have, which your girl needs that help because she doesn't sleep very well. So I need a concealer that'll cover up all these bags, and this one does it. I love it. Now for powder, I decided I'll keep in my video today me applying powder. I mentioned it in one of my most recent Get Ready With Me's, just asking you guys if you mind that I take that step out. I take out usually like mascara, brows, powder, because they're just kind of like boring to watch, but I don't know, maybe I'll just like throw them in every once in a while and like keep you guessing, like, oh, is she gonna powder in this video? Is she not? Oh, we don't know. Not that you guys probably really care, but we're gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder that everyone loves, and I am no exception. I really do genuinely like this. I have to be careful, it can be a little bit drying on me, but as long as I don't like bake with it or let it sit on my skin too long, as long as I just like dust it on there in a light layer, it usually isn't too drying on me, and I really like how it sets my face. Next up for bronzer, we're going in with one of my faves, and it is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze, and this is in the shade Tantastic. I wanted this bronzer forever, and it was on my wish list for so long, and finally back in April, I think it was, Sephora had their VIB sale, and I finally bit the bullet and bought it, which I am really glad I did. I really like this bronzer. It's a nice matte bronzer without being like too dry or chalky or powdery or anything like that on the skin, and it usually blends in very nicely, and this Tantastic shade is a really good shade for my fair skin, so I'm glad I bought it. Do I think you really need to go out and buy an almost $50 bronzer? No, I do not. I mean, like I said, I got mine 20% off, so that helped. And these never went on sale, and then a couple months later, like a couple months later after I bought it and a couple months ago, it went on sale on Sephora. Like, I've never seen this bronzer go on sale ever, and it went on sale. So I don't think it was really much of a sale price. Like, I think I got probably around the same price with getting my 20% off, but still, I thought that was cool they went on sale. So if you've been wanting to try it for a while, you could, you know, get your hands on it. But like I was saying, I don't think it's necessarily like one you have to go out and purchase. I think that there's a lot at the drugstore that are just as good. I love the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. It has more of a sheen. This is definitely a matte bronzer, but I love it still. And then Maybelline City Bronzer. I would pick that bronzer over probably any bronzer in the whole world. So you don't need this expensive Marc Jacobs one, but I'm glad I bought it. Then for highlight, we're gonna go ahead and use my Jouer Molten Glow highlight. I really love this. It's definitely one of my favorite gold highlights. When I first bought it, I thought it was gonna be too dark on me, but it is not, and it is really pretty. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, yes. I really like using more golden tone highlights when I have an eye that looks like this, just to kind of like mesh it all together. I feel like a more icy cool tone highlighter just doesn't flow and mesh as well with these kind of tones on my eyes. Not that it matters, you can literally wear whatever highlight with whatever eye look. You do you, boo. Okay, next up for blush, I'm gonna use my MAC blush, and this is in the shade Peaches. This is their sheer tone blush. I always just say the MAC blush, but I know MAC has more than one formula. So this is their sheer tone blush, and it is in the shade Peaches. I love this blush. I've had it for a little over 2 years now. Doesn't really look like it. It looks like I haven't even touched it. I mean, you can tell there's like a little bit of an indentation, but it still looks pretty brand new. But I assure you it is not. I have used this blush so many times. We're gonna go ahead and finish up my eyes, and I'm just going to take ginger and run it along the lower lash line. And then we're gonna take Trust Issues and we're gonna put it in our inner corner and brow bone highlight. This shade is literally something so special. It's almost as if it's non-existent until it hits the light, and then it's just so much gold sparkle. Like, can't see me? Bam, sparkle. And I just, oh, I love this shade. It is definitely very unique and very one of a kind. I know I said that last time I used this palette on my channel a while ago with in a Get Ready With Me, but can't get over it. I will never get over how stunning this eyeshadow is. And then for brows, we're gonna go ahead and use one that's more of a new favorite to me, and it is the Milani Weekend Brow Pen. I just got this recently and I've used it probably 3 or 4 times, but I've been loving it. I just love how natural it makes my brows look. It makes them look really bushy and like really hairy, which is exactly what I want my brows to look like. I have to be careful to not go like too heavy-handed or push down too hard, but I've really been enjoying this pen. It makes me want to try more eyebrow products like this. I don't know a ton that are like it. I know the Glossier Brow Flick. That's all I know. I'm sure there's a million more out there that I'm just forgetting right now, but I definitely want to try more. For mascara, I went in with 2 of my faves. I went in with the Grande Cosmetics Mascara Primer and then also the Hourglass Caution Mascara. Love both of those a lot. And then I didn't use this because it was a fave. I used it because I just need to test it out more. I went in with the Makeup by Mario. What exactly is this? The Master Mattes Brightening Pencil in Light 1 in my waterline. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. I used it for the first time yesterday and it's not insanely brightening in my waterline, and also it faded on me throughout the day, and I don't know. I'm still testing it out, so I just wanted to use this to test it out again. But for lips, I'm going in with one of my favorite formulas. I really don't wear this shade very much, but I'm excited to try it out today, and it is the Pixi by Petra and Miriam Maquillage collaboration lippy that I got in PR a while ago. This is in the shade Posh Nude. I feel like this shade will go really nicely with this eye look and all of that. And I really like the Pixi Liquid Lipsticks formula, so let's give this shade a go. Yeah, this is really pretty. I like this shade a lot, especially with this whole like vibe I got going on. And then for setting spray, we're going in with my Fenty What It Do mist. I just have this little baby one. I love this mist. I love it a lot. I love how it makes my makeup look. It just melts it all together, and the mister on this is very fine. And that was it, you guys. That was my get ready with me using a bunch of my favorite products. I just genuinely love everything that's on my face right now. I love how all of them look on their own and how they all came together for this look. I just really like how this look turned out. I hope this was fun for you to watch. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.